What is up, everybody, and welcome back to Wasteland 3, episode 25 with me, GamerKnoob. Let's get the show on the road. We're inside the bazaar finding
the sale of
things.
Piscatelli's. I told you we needed to get here early.
What's all this? A memoriam for a man who fought for the little guy. The last known copy of Wasteland 4. Oh. The display case contains an energy weapon that has been fitted with a highly sophisticated pre-war scope. It looks masterfully crafted and carefully maintained. Inspect the case. Small plaque beside the case reads, Zap Pow, accurate to a single pixel. You'll never miss when using the megascope. The case does not appear to be locked. Leave it alone for a second. We gotta see, right? We gotta see if we can just, like... yank. Yep, that's all we had to do, was just take it. Okay. Interesting. Megascope sniper rifle, I see here. Requires 5 sniper rifles. Oh. Well, you have 5 sniper rifles. Here you go. Have the megascope. They'll never know. The Mighty Mint used high-tech sensors to give an ultra-dimensional control to those brave enough to enter the virtual world. VR device. The VR device is bulky, cumbersome conglomeration of thick wires and dented shapes. Put on the headset. The helmet doesn't quite fit right. It slopes and slashes across your face, putting the alignment of your nose at risk. Text starts scrolling across the darkness before banning your eyes. Entrance. The display stutters, then moves sluggishly at first. The camera pans across a large entrance caved into a mountainside. The tunnel is blanketed in complete darkness. After a few moments, the feed cuts. Checkpoint Alpha. The camera moves along a road towards a military checkpoint. Camouflaged figures stand with their backs to you. They turn to you, but their faces are cloaked in shadows. Their forms dissolve into polygons before the word rebooting flashes twice. Hiking trail. The camera sweeps around and behind the security checkpoint. There, it moves up along an innocuous trail and path nearly hidden in snow. As you move across it, the trail starts to waver under your feet. A signpost floats up to the surface. It reads, Error. Command. The camera blinks into the room filled with high-tech equipment. Every single screen reads a strange game in blinking letters. Figures move in the shadows, turning towards you. One by one, the screen changes to Error, error. You are an unauthorized user. An alarm blares and feed cuts out. Read the error log. Dear user, please be informed this VR headset is designed to be used only in the Cheyenne Mountain Complex. Users outside the Cheyenne Mountain Complex will activate security measures that may show up as content glitches. We need to take it with us. Is what we need to do. Alright, computer. A lovingly rendered scene of the Scottish Highlands flickers in 16 pixelated colors on the screen. A polyphonic chorus of beeps forms into a Gaelic tune as you read the title of the game. The Bard's Tale 4, Dear Barrows Deep. Play the game. You encounter fiendish cultists, solve devious puzzles, and compose magical songs, but one challenge defeats you. The game ends with an epithet. You've been killed by 99 berserkers. Ow. Tarjan. Inside his glass confinement, Tarjan bears his rictus grin to the world, an eye cracked and another throbbing like a flesh wound. There is a conspicuous red button. Beside it are the words, press here to receive fortune. Insert a Tarjan token. Tarjan doesn't move, but something about him feels more alive. You feel a tingle on the back of your neck as a note emerges from the slot below his torso, inscribed with calligraphic writing. A sight for sore eyes makes the whole world blind. What perk was that? Cold resistance and +2 penetration? And they're the one that got it? Oh, neat. Can we get that? Do we have more Tarjan tokens? Is the question. Like, let's get it on Malice if we can. What was that? Oh, is it different? Interesting. Tarjan remains stoic as you hear a grinding sound. A tiny scrap of paper stamped with irradiated lighting. Abduct will become president. It's true. Alright. This throne was once coveted by many, as whoever would sit on it would become king of the wasteland. The robot slumps in place, eaten by rust, almost lifeless save for the faint pinpoint glow of its pupils. Try to fix the robot. For a moment, the machine comes to a mockery of staggering life, hissing rusted pistons, creaking with its carapace, then it sags back onto its pedestal. It's clearly beyond salvaging. However, it did shift slightly, allowing you to take a more closer look at its parts. Learn what you can from its carapace. An inscription on the back of the robot reveals its serial number and place of origin. This slicer dicer came all the way from Arizona. You also find some word scratch into the robot's chassis, possibly by one of its own blades. Cocius is dead. I am free. Inspect the machine's legs. The limbs are a madness of gunshot wounds and blunt trauma. The evidence, perhaps, of encounters with raiders and whatever else haunts these wastelands. Hey, you functional? It clacks and reply an uneven staccato noise, its head twitching like clockwork bird that has forgotten the trick of realism. A hiss of black smoke unravels from the paneling in its throat. Kick the robot. The machine scissors forward at the blow, but sudden and savage, shuddering, rolling. Somewhere in the circuitry of its brain, it probably still believes it has arms and blades. Poor little guy. I'm sorry, buddy. Wish I could do more for you. Storage unit key 5, Quarks tape, and green back.
Made it past Telluride today. Found a guy there who sold me some rat jerky. There's a caravan heading for Boulder, and I'm going to try to tag along. Colorado's cold and kind of scary, but there's treasure here, too. That guy with the rat jerky, he had like 6 or 7 3DO cartridges just lying around his shack. When I asked him how much for the set, he looked at me like I was crazy. Practically gave them away. You know what? Leaving Arizona might be the best thing that ever happened to me.
Maybe it was. Eat your way through this maze, but don't get caught by poltergeists. Defend the Earth against aliens and space debris. Famous arcade game where you clean up streets with your fists. Before the war, people use these to ride ocean waves for transportation. Nice. Alright, Quarks, what's up?
Oh, wow! Are you Rangers? I haven't seen any of you guys since I left. In a while. Yeah, I haven't seen any Rangers in a while. I'm Quarks, by the way. This is my cool museum of, coolness. Would you like a tour?
Sure, give us a tour.
Really? Okay. This way. Okay, I'll start. Welcome to Quarks's Cabinet of Curiosities, a collection of the rarest of the... Well, it's toys and games mostly, and some mementos, but they're all really cool, I promise.
What you got for me,
That
Quarks?
top hat belonged to Mr. Cynical from Angel Oracle out in L.A., a fellow game aficionado. He lived his life trying to help the little guy, defending them against bullies and end-level bosses. In the end, though, a boss got him, and well, he didn't make it. I keep his hat around to remind me to be honest and decent like he was. This was the best video game ever! Wasteland 4! You can choose what color you want the screen to be, red or green. This is the most sought-after gaming accessory ever made, the legendary Mighty Mitt. I love the Mighty Mitt. It's so bad.
Uh-oh.
That's weird. This is where the megascope is supposed to be. I took it home to clean it, and then I brought it back. Or did I? This is a Tarjan the Tenebrous machine. It can tell your fortune, but you get a premium fortune if you have some special tokens. Wish I had some. This throne was once the most coveted object in the Wasteland. The rule was whoever sat on it was the king. King of what exactly, I don't know. I also don't know who made that rule. This is a Slicer Dicer, the scariest robot ever. It slices, it dices, it even makes julienne fries. Whatever those are.
My God.
If this thing was working, we'd all be dead by now.
Really?
These are the most classic of classic arcade games. Avenue Brawlers, Catboy, and Star Intruder.
But that's a lie. Those were all lies. Oh, look, the Prost. What's up,
This
bud?
is a surfboard. I don't know what surf is and what boards have to do with it, but this looks well loved. It has property of MF on it. I hope that doesn't mean what I think it does.
What does he think it means?
And that's it. Let me know if you have any questions.
Yes, I have many questions.
Hi, Rangers. Good to see you again.
Let's talk.
Sure.
Your name is Quarks. Didn't you live with the Topacans in Arizona?
You must be thinking about someone else. Quarks is a more common name than you might think, you know. Anyway, not me. Nope.
You're sweating a lot,
Oh,
Quarks.
well, haven't you heard? Scientists say sweating is a sign of truthfulness. Okay. Fine. I'm Quarex from Rail Nomads. Happy now? Kinda cool you guys have heard of me. Nobody knows about me.
Why'd you come to
Well,
Colorado?
basically, everything went downhill after Ranger Team Echo found that 3DO for me. Some shady guys started coming around asking me to sell it to them, and when I said no, well, they didn't like that at all. I was going to call the Rangers since you'd all been so nice to me, but then Ranger Citadel blew up, so I left. Had to leave all my cool stuff behind, even the 3DO. But there's lots of cool stuff around here, too, and I've been finding it. And that's how I started my museum.
If you're on the run from some shady characters, why didn't you change your name?
I did. I just always forgot to say it. I'm supposed to say my name's Dave, but yeah.
What can you tell us about the
It's
bazaar?
a lot better now that you took care of the monsters in the dungeon. The basement. Thanks.
Welcome. Talk to you
Bye,
later.
Rangers. Thanks for visiting me.
Nice. A little callback to a previous game.
I've been here for hours. Oh, my feet are killing me.
Come on. I told you not to buy cheap boots at Talbot's, didn't I?
If you're looking hot noodles.
Masamato, we need your noodles. But first, this man. As you approach, the man's eyes flit over every member of your team as if assessing whether or not you're a direct threat. He relaxes after a moment and touches the brim of his hat with a slight
Howdy,
nod.
ma'am.
He nods at Lucy.
Howdy.
Always good to see you, Wesson.
He turns to you, nodding again. Do you have anything for sale?
Just my services as a caravan master. I organize caravans to get people, goods, and livestock from one place to another, but I don't sell goods myself. These lands near Colorado Springs are pretty safe, but still lots of people need help getting around, especially if you want to range further than that.
Anything you can tell us about Colorado?
Thanks to the Patriarch, this stretch of land from Denver in the north to Steeltown in the south is pretty safe to travel. You'll find richer opportunities the further you venture out, but it'll also come with more risks. I could tell you more, but truth be told, the only way to know the land is to travel. You look well equipped and competent. Just head out and see what you can learn.
Well, thanks for that confidence,
So
friend.
long.
I feel like there should be more to him. Long John. For all that it might be swaddled in dirty, mismatched fabric, this figure is clearly anything but human. At your approach, it straightens with a creak of rusted gears and presses a palm to the Nixon mask over its
As I
face.
live and eat cherry pie, more of my fellow humans in the bazaar. You make yourself welcome now, you hear?
He scratches behind his mask's plastic ear. His shirt shifts to reveal a coil device on his chest, an impressive-looking piece of tech.
Fellow humans?
Tell us about yourself.
Well, gosh, and apple pies. You put me in a spot. Let's see. My name is Long John, and I'm old as dirt. I've traveled a little, but nowhere interesting. Now I'm here in the bazaar, just to see what life has to offer. Make friends. Wasn't something that I got to do when I was younger, what with my job and all. There was no time to make friends, none at all. But I'm making up for it. I know everyone in the bazaar, and they know me.
Tell us about your travels.
I'll tell you youngins what I can. Despite the fact I'm old as the mountains, figuratively speaking, that is. Humans rarely live past 70, and I'm just about ready to expire. I don't know everything, you hear? Even though I've walked all the way from Denver to Steeltown and back again.
Do you have any stories about Colorado Springs?
It's an alright place. A little uptight, but that's what you get from having all of the 100 families there. I like the scientists and engineers, though. Real clever kids.
Have you been to the plains?
Place like that ain't fit for the lonely traveler. Well, you might be all right. If you do decide to go in that direction, I've heard that it's gotten real dangerous.
What can you tell us about Steeltown?
Steeltown. That place is an industrial nightmare. Raging fires all around. Melts right through the skin. Gives me the shivers, you hear?
I hear you. Tell us about Denver.
Stay away from the city. It's nothing but a corpse these days, and the Gippers, well, they're not a bad lot per se, but I'd be careful around them. If you have to spend some time, I'd personally visit the airport instead. The young'uns there are wonderful.
Let's talk about something else.
You kids these days and your limited attention spans.
Right. What can you tell us about the people in the
Some of
bazaar?
it is real private, and some of it probably should be. But you young whippersnappers tell everyone everything.
He taps the side of his bulbous plastic nose.
Paradolia Jones? He's probably the best damn caravan master in the bazaar. But his business would be better if he knew how to keep his mouth shut. Between you and me, if I was afraid of ducks, I wouldn't tell a soul.
I have a rubber duck. So why are you pretending to be not a synth?
Synth? Aren't you adorable? I'm meat and muscle, just like you, Rangers. Shucks, I even have dreams all the time. Technicolor dreams about flying and standing naked in front of people I don't quite know. Synths don't do that.
Right. You still think you're a
I'm not a
synth?
synth. Why, just last night I had the most human dream. I was back in high school. There was a trigonometry test. I sat down confident and brash, only to realize I completely forgot to study.
That's
I
terrible.
also enjoy toasted eggs in the morning. A very human thing.
You know, everyone can tell it's a mask, right? We can see the strings.
Oh, you kids and your humor. If the folk in the bazaar really thought I was a synth, wouldn't they have tried to decommission me? Not that I'm afraid of such things, being the perfectly ordinary human male that I am. All right, fine. I am a synth, but you can't tell anyone.
But everyone in the bazaar
Do
already
they?
knows.
I'm not sure I believe that. If they knew, wouldn't they have melted me down to scrap by now? People don't like synths, far as I've seen. You're clever ones, and bully to you for figuring out who I am. But let's not talk about it again, okay? The topic puts me on edge.
Sure, buddy.
So soon? I suppose even good things gotta end sometime. You be safe now, you hear? And come back to see old Long John when you can. Best of luck to you.
Can we show this man the duck? Wag your rubber duck at him.
Could you please take that away? I don't like ducks.
Well, he attempts to appear stoic. His stiff posture and wide eyes betrays burgeoning panic. What duck? We don't see any ducks here.
What? It's worse than I thought. Please, I need a moment.
He closes his eyes and starts mumbling numbers. Eventually, he opens his eyes again.
Thanks to the Patriarch, this stretch of land so long.
That was it? Oh, I thought there'd be something more than that. Alright, what's up, bartender Finn?
Hey, pals. Finn is the name. If you need a drink, you've come to the right place. If you got questions, well, I suppose that's okay too.
You can tell us about this
Doing
place.
better, thanks to your help. I'm thinking maybe those clowns were the reason the last bartender disappeared. Been trying to fill her shoes as best I can.
I'll have a drink.
Only the finest drinks on earth.
Let's see what you got. So just alcoholic beverages mostly. What's up, Masato? The man before you is moving so fast he's nearly a blur. As he dashes from pot to pot on his stove, stirring one, tasting another. As you approach, he stops his cooking to turn his undivided attention to you.
Hello there, my friends. My name is Masato, and let me tell you, your taste buds will remember the day you met me. Here, have you ever seen anything this delicious?
He holds a steaming hot bowl in front of you, filled to the brim with some kind of noodles. That looks amazing, may we?
Yes, be my guest. After enjoying this bowl, know that my store is open to you. I have a variety of goods that you may find useful.
He hands you the bowl, which turns out to be a mix of noodles and pork, which is filling and quite delicious. He watches you eat it with a hopeful
man
grin.
who never eats pork is never a whole man. But I have to tell you, my friends, these noodles are a pale imitation of the real thing, the great pre-war delicacy, the rarest of rare magics, instant ramen noodles. I hope one day I will perfect my recipe to recreate them. But enough about me. How can I be of service?
So you're looking for instant ramen noodles.
You picked up on my subtle hints. Years ago, a friend in Colorado Springs gave me a package of instant ramen noodles that he had found in the Warrens underneath the bazaar. The experience changed my life forever, and I moved here in hopes of finding more.
The cook starts to fidget, despair painting his face as he loses his usual buoyant composure.
Please, you must understand. It is as if my body is made of ramen. You have been to the Warrens, yes? Did you see any vending machines? I've heard they may hold this delicacy. Please, let me know if you find any.
I think I did. Here are your instant ramen noodles.
Yes! My friends, you don't know what this means to me. You have altered the course of human gastronomical history. Here, a small measure of my gratitude.
Ranger HQ, use a chef like you.
Interesting. You mean a permanent position? A full kitchen of my own? My friends, that is quite the offer you're making me. Thanks to you, I've accomplished my goal here, so I am more than ready for my next adventure. Let me pack up my supplies here, and I'll see you at your HQ.
Awesome. Can you tell us anything about the bazaar's
Eidolon
residents?
is relatively new to this place. She showed up not long after I did. Her business model is interesting. Not sure how she actually makes money, though.
Can you tell us anything more about the bazaar's residents?
Paradolia Jones is probably the best, most reliable caravaneer you'll ever meet. But here's a weird tidbit about him. He saw a picture of a duck in an old pre-war book when he was young, and he's been deadly afraid of them ever since. Isn't that strange?
Very strange. Can we see your wares?
Naturally. My store is always open to you, my friends.
Well, that's kind of you. Just a bunch of food. Yep, and drugs. Alfredo!
Hola, amigos. ¿Cómo estás? Hola, amigos.
Como estas to you too.
What I want? A horchata. Ooh,
Noodles
that
ad.
sounds good.
Notice the fraud and junk. Okay.
What's the perfect food? Noodles. How many do we have? Oodles. Who should have some now? Oodles. Masato makes the best noodles.
Nice.
Hi, folks. This is Masato at the bazaar, and I have discovered the perfect food. Instant noodles. But pre-war packets are hard to come by, so I have reversed engineered their deliciousness and have them for sale at my stall for all to enjoy. Yes, at Masato's noodle stand, we have oodles of noodles for yoodles.
What's the perfect food? Noodles. How many do we have?
Oodles.
Who should have some now?
Yoodles.
And now we have to go
Toodles. Nice. Love it. Sign reads a rectory and shop, die, and play. Some very mature comedian has clearly altered the lettering. Simon the Squatch. This man is wearing the same outfit as the guard outside, a wolf mask and leatherman jacket. As you get closer, you notice the outfit looks old and worn, patched up many times through the years.
Fresh lambs, esteemed guests. The door guard informed me you were coming. You are most welcome to all the delicacies and pleasures the bazaar has on offer, provided you have the coin.
What kind of stores do you have
We
here?
have all kinds indeed. Piscitelli sells weapons to any weary pilgrim. Gwyn Talbot is your woman if you need protective gear. Dr. Coldcuts can sell you medical supplies or see to your health needs.
Oh my.
And in the central area, you'll find the Fountain Bar, a gathering place in the bazaar.
Where do we go for fun?
Depends on your definition of fun. I'd recommend talking to Eidolon. She and her pals really know how to party.
Oh my.
But if you're a more cerebral type, check out Querex's museum in the back.
Could you tell us about the facilities?
The bazaar's a bazaar unlike any other, piglets. You want it? We have it. No meat is too exotic. No luxury is too fantastic. If you can afford them, they're yours.
Showers?
Yes? Actually, no, sorry. They were buried in a recent snow tunnel collapse in the Warrens.
Place to sleep?
We're all full up.
Movie matinees.
Sorry, our projector broke years ago.
Gladiatorial death matches?
Perhaps in our older days, that chapter of the Monster Army book is closed. Sorry.
Let's talk about something else.
Yeah. I mean, happy to.
Thanks, we'll take a look
Enjoy
around.
your visit.
Alright, let's go over here to...
Guns sanctified with blood, blood sanctified by guns.
Beautiful, let's check you out. The woman has scars all over her body's marks that speak of acid burns and shrapnel damage. Her eyes are scarred and blind, yet she turns to you as you approach.
Heartbeats that I don't recognize. Come closer, strangers. The sanctified Piscatelli crafts weapons of all sorts for those in need. And she can read that you are very much in need.
Open modding 6. Interesting work you've done here. Could you help with any projects that you have stumped on?
I suppose there is an order I need assistance with. Yeah, I can use your help. There is a weapon on the bench just waiting to provide its blessing to the needy.
Is it safe?
Safe. You will never feel the blessing of being truly one with your craft if you are concerned with such things. Safe. Ha!
Ha! We'll be happy to help. The sanctified Piscatelli leads you to a workbench with an unusual looking pistol on it. You work on it for several hours. Piscatelli's tools are unusual, emanating a scorching heat that leaves your arms marked by burns. Piscatelli nods approvingly at the developer.
The pain does not last. And the scars? Those are blessings. They are a record of your dedication, proof you are strong enough to rise above the fears of the flesh, a reward that fits your efforts. Keep the weapon, with my blessings.
Those scars, are they from your work with
Have
weapons?
you ever loved something so deeply that it gouges loose all the fears you might have possessed? If so, you would know what these scars are. Benediction. Sanctification.
Of course that's what they are. Show us what you got for sale.
Certainly.
Alright, so you got a modder's kit. I want that. For sure I wanted that. Whoa. We need... What do we need? We need, Come on. Why are these all like... Oh, Jesus, I don't even know. We need most ammo, okay? I'm just gonna buy a tactical nuke. I'm good for now. Just gonna spend a lot of money here, guys. I think it's probably worth it. Alright, there we go. We spent a bunch of money. Not gonna buy any weapons or anything. But our money has definitely gone down. We need the ammo.
Submachine gun or assault rifle? I can't decide.
Why not
Assault
both?
rifle, no question.
Oh, we got some level ups here. Let's check them out. Oh, your luck's going up some more, Lance. I love it. It's great to see. Alright, let's check a look at the things we need. So we need nerd stuff 5, which we got. Yes. And we got all the lockpicking that we need. I think we're good other than, yeah, I think we're good on that. I think I'm going to take sniper rifles here. Confirm that. Perks. What do we want you to have? Yeah, I want this one with you, for sure. And then we can go back in and level up you. Get your... Well, we're going to hold off then, because we want your weapon modding to go up. Speed is maxed out on her now, which is awesome. Oh, sorry, I had to sneeze in the middle of that level up. My bad. Let's check out the perk points here. Oh, I didn't even take this. Oops. Thought I'd already taken that one. There we go. Alright guys, well I think that's going to do it for this episode of Wasteland 3. I hope you guys enjoyed. If you did, make sure to give it a like. If you got anything to say, go to the comments below. And if you haven't yet, hit that subscription button and the bell. It helps me out a ton. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you next time. Peace!